everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? So today will be a Rakhi makeup look using all affordable product, and I'm using this Mars Hydra Glow primer and patting it to my skin very nicely. Instead of rubbing, just pat it to your skin and you will see the difference. Next, I will be using my favorite foundation from Miss Claire, taking it some on the back of my hand and I'll pat it to my face, and after that I will use a microfiber sponge to blend out the product into my skin. Now the microfiber sponge gives you a very good coverage. Also, it does not soak up any extra product, and whatever product that you have it on your skin, it is on your skin without your sponge sucking up the extra. As you all can see, I have got some darkness around my mouth and little bit of pigmentation on the cheekbone area. So what I'll do is I'll use a liquid concealer that is an exact match to my skin tone, and I will use that to cover those area. I have also got some active acne, so I will use the concealer on top of that to do some spot conceal, and now I am blending it out with the same sponge. So makeup can do anything, you guys. Makeup is just fun. It is just done to give some confidence, to look more beautiful than your natural skin. So try and accept your natural skin. There is no harm. Now I'm trying to blend out the edges of the spot concealing. I'm not going over the pimple mark. I'm just blending out the edges ever so slightly. Now I'm using this Inside Cosmetics eyebrow pencil. It has got spoolie at one end and product on another end. Drawing two parallel lines. After that I will take the same product and fill in the sparse area. Now once you have done this step, just keep in mind to take the spoolie and blend the product into your brow hairs. This will give you a more natural and neat kind of look, because if you don't blend out the product, it will just make it look unnatural, and I'm sure no one will like such kind of look. Next, I'm using a brow gel to set my brow hairs. For your reference, all the product details has been mentioned in the description box, so please don't forget to check it out. Now I'm cleaning the brow edges with a concealer. This will help to make my brows look more neater and more sharp and crisp. Today I'll be starting with my eye makeup first. So I am priming my eyes with a lighter concealer so that the shade looks more intense and vibrant, and I'm blending the primer with a concealer brush. Immediately I will set it out with a loose translucent powder. For today's eye look, I'm going to use this Mars Eye and Face palette. So taking the first lightest shade and I will place it on my crease a little higher than my crease, because I want a gradient from lightest to darkest, which will make it look more subtle and natural, and I'll try and blend it out very evenly. Next, I'm taking a little darker shade than the previous one and placing it on the outer crease area and blending it out and diffusing the edges. Please don't forget to blend the edges of the eyeshadow after each interval. That will give you a very diffused and soft look. Taking this Mars I Belong in Your Purse eyeshadow palette, from that mixing these two shades and placing it on the outer curve of my eye area, and I will just keep it there and blend it in that area only. I'll not bring it to my entire crease, because this will give me a very good depth and a very nice rounded effect. Did a half cut crease by using the same lighter concealer which I have used to prime my eyes, and then blending the edges of the concealer with my fingertip. Now I'm using a shimmery shade, and with the help of my finger I'm placing the shade, and wherever I feel there are some gaps, I'll use a eyeshadow brush to fill in those areas. Next, I'm taking this champagne gold shade and I'll place it just in the middle of my eyelid. This will tone down the peachiness a little bit and it will give me a very soft kind of look. I'm using this Swiss Beauty liquid eyeshadow. I have tried to blend it out with my brush, but it was not doing the job very well. So I tried to blend it out with my finger, and voila, the job was very easy. Look at that glittery eyes. I just love glitter. It makes any eyeshadow take it to the next level. Even if you're doing some mistake, glitter will hide everything. Lining my upper lash line and doing a very cute little wing. Now coming back to the face, I'm highlighting the center of my face and under my eyes with the same concealer and blending it out with the microfiber sponge. I am really loving this microfiber sponge. I don't know why I was not using this and it was still lying in my stash, but now that I'm using, I can't tell you how much I'm loving this sponge. This works brilliantly both with powder and cream, and it gives the most dreamy blended out look. Next, I'm using a translucent loose powder to bake under my eyes so that it does not crease and sets the concealer quickly. Next, I'm using a liquid blush and I'll blend it out with the same sponge. Now you can see how multitasking this sponge is. To set the rest of my face, I'm using this Nykaa face powder, and I will use this only on the areas where I have not set my face. Dusting off the bake within few minutes. I don't like to keep the bake for very long because it makes my under eyes look dry. Next, I'm taking this Mars face palette. From that, I'm taking this bronzer to bronze up my cheekbones, and this is a wow product, you guys. In the beginning, I was not liking it because there was no pigmentation whatsoever, but when I passed the first layer, the product is just a dream. I'm bronzing the outer perimeters of my face like the cheekbones, jawline and little bit on my forehead. I will use the same bronzer to contour my nose, but before that I'm using this blush from Mars. With that coral shade, I will set the liquid blush in place, and this will prolong the wear of the blush that I have already on my cheeks. Using the same bronzer to contour my nose, and I love to contour my nose after I've completed my blush. Now I'm using this highlighter from the same palette, and this is a bomb highlighter, you guys. Just look at the pigmentation, just look at the intensity. It has no shimmery chunky glitter particles. I love how it blends like a butter and melts like a butter into my skin, and I'm using the same on the highest points of my face and also on my brow bone and inner corner area. Lining the top and bottom waterline with my favorite L18 eye drama kajal. It is just only for ₹90, but it is no less than a high-end brand. Taking this shade from the palette, and I'm smoking out the lower lash line. After curling my lashes, I'm using this mascara to coat my top and bottom lashes, and be careful while doing this so that you don't ruin your makeup look. Next, I'm using a lip liner first to line my lips, and after that I will use the same lip liner to create some shadows on the outer edge of my lips, and I'll feather it out with my finger. This will give me very nice ombre effect. So I'm using this creamy matte lipstick from Maybelline, and I'm placing it on the center of my lips. Now because I want to make it look more coral, so I'm using this lipstick from Swiss Beauty and just applying it on the outer edges of my lips. Completing the makeup look with a makeup setting spray, and here is the final and completed makeup look, you guys.